Once upon a time in ancient Egypt, the great pharaoh, Thutmose III, known as the King of Egypt, prepared to lead his majestic army into battle. With the help of the mighty god Horus, who had chosen to bless him with victory, Thutmose set off on a 10-day march towards Palestine. During the long march, as the sun began to set and the sky turned a fiery orange, Thutmose suddenly heard a gentle rustling of feathers. The god Horus, with his majestic falcon head, graciously appeared before the pharaoh, speaking softly with a voice that echoed like thunder. Thutmose III held a private meeting with his trusted army leaders, and together, they listened intently as Horus unveiled the divine war plan. Horus advised them that there were 3 possible routes to reach Megiddo, a city of great strategic importance. 2 routes went around Mount Carmel, while the third was a narrow pass leading directly to their target. The army leaders, with furrowed brows and concern etched on their faces, shared their doubts about the narrow pass strategy. They worried that it could be a trap, a dangerous path fraught with unseen risks. But their fears were quickly dismissed by Thutmose, who believed wholeheartedly in the instructions given by Horus. Meanwhile, the forces of the Emir of Kadesh and his allies confidently stationed themselves at the end of the 2 wide roads. Little did they know that Thutmose and his army would come from a completely unexpected direction, catching them completely off guard. The stage was set for an epic battle that would change the course of history. With spirits high and determination in their hearts, Thutmose rallied his troops and led them fearlessly through the narrow pass. They chanted the glorious name of Horus, a battle cry that reverberated through the rugged terrain. And in the valley of Megiddo, they clashed against the unsuspecting army of the Emir of Kadesh in a fierce and decisive battle. In the midst of chaos and destruction, the god Horus unleashed his divine powers upon the battlefield. With a swift movement of his wings, shields shattered like glass, and castles crumbled to dust. His eyes blazed with the intensity of 1,000 suns, engulfing the enemy army in flames. The strength of Horus flowed through Thutmose and his soldiers, ensuring their victory. After their resounding triumph on the battlefield, Thutmose and his victorious army laid siege to the fortified city of Megiddo. For 7 long months, they endured the challenges and hardships of war, patiently waiting for the inner strength of the enemy to waver. Finally, the weary princes within the city walls surrendered, submitting to the inevitable triumph of Thutmose III and his God-given power. To fully acknowledge his victory and demonstrate their unconditional surrender, the defeated princes of Megiddo sent forth their own sons, young and brave, carrying weapons as a symbolic gesture of submission. These young warriors bowed before Thutmose, accepting their fate as captives of the great pharaoh. Amidst the gathering of his spoils and the celebrations of triumph, Thutmose III received the disheartening news that the king of Kadesh had managed to slip away during the chaos of the final battle. Though disappointed, the pharaoh remained resolved in his mission to establish peace and prosperity in the land he had conquered. The end. Follow us, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to follow the god of Egypt, Horus.